Ports. So let's discuss the ports and their types. What port is? Basically, the port is a connection point where you're going to connect the external device to your computer or to your system unit. We've got various types of ports which are exist at the back of your system unit for connecting devices. We got some different types of ports which are as follows, which are serial port, parallel port, PS by 2 port, USB port, firewire port, HDMI port. Serial port and parallel port, they are absolute right now. Most of the systems which are coming, they don't have a serial port, but the old computers which we have, they were having a serial and parallel port. Some of the PCs have a PS by 2 port, but right now this is also going to be absolute. USB port is most used to port which is available inside a computer. Firewire port is the port where we connect a camcorder, but right now this is mostly coming in a laptop. HDMI port, most of the laptops have a HDMI port. If a VGA port is there, well and good, but if VGA port is not available, so HDMI port will be there. Serial port. Serial port transmit one bit of data at a time. Means transmission on a serial port will be bit by bit. In old computer we got this serial port which can be seen here in the old laptops and old desktop. We got this serial port. There were two types of serial port, what they are having 9 pin or 25 pin, or which were also known as DB9 or DB25. Both were using for sending and transmitting data. Okay, only two lines were there which were utilized for sending and receiving. One line is used for sending, another line was used for receiving in a serial port. As its name shows that it was serial. So serial means bit by bit data were transmitting over there. They were also called COM1, COM2 and COM3. Means communication 1, communication 2 and communication 3 port, COM ports. Generally modern modems were connected to these ports. I remember when I was a student, so in a P1 computer we got a serial port. At that time we were using serial port for connecting modem as well as a mouse. So mouse was previously on a serial port. Right now these ports has been replaced with a USB port. So those devices which were connecting with the serial port, right now those devices has been shifted to the USB port. Parallel port. Parallel port can transmit multiple bits over several wires at a time. These ports have 28 pins. If you see here, this is a parallel port. Most of the system have that, but right now they are also absoluted. They were used to connect a printer to your computer. As its name shows that it is a parallel port, so 25 lines are there. In these 25 lines, 8 lines were using sending a data, or 8 pins were using to send a data. Whenever 8 bits are going, it means 1 byte of information can be transferred or can be sent through the parallel port. Other points or other pins were utilized for control signals. Parallel port were used a name for that, LPT1 or LPT2 and LPT3. Right now these parallel port are also being replaced by a USB port. So the devices which we were connecting with a parallel port, that was a printer only. So you can see here, this one is also parallel port. The parallel port have a holes. Serial port have a pins. So remember this thing. PS by 2 port. What PS by 2 stands for? PS by 2 stand for Personal System 2. It was created by IBM company, and IBM stand for International Business Machine. PS by 2 system was introduced a new type of port for connecting keyboard and mouse, which are still used in many computers. If you see here, these two ports are a PS by 2 port. Purple color is used for keyboard. Green is used for mouse. If you remember, in a ports we have discussed serial port. Serial port were used for connecting mouse as well as modem to your system unit. But later on, whenever this PS by 2 has been introduced, so the mouse was going to be connected through the PS by 2 port. If you see the shape of this port is, it's also having a hose inside it, and 6 holes are there. It's a round shaped port, or also it is also serial port. Remember that the data is moving on that serial wise. The next one is a USB port. As you know that, most of you know that USB stand for Universal Serial Bus. USB is also serial bus, means serial communication is also doing on a USB. It provides very fast serial transmission. It is the most commonly used port in a modern computer for connecting large variety of devices to the computer, such as printer, scanner, camera, mouse, keyboard, flash drives. Total number of devices which we can connect through USB port are 128 devices can be connected, different devices. So the serial port is used or utilized for connecting most of the devices. If you have a scanner, they are also going to be connected with the USB. Printer, most of the printers are coming, they have a USB port, so that you're going to connect through USB port. In a USB port we got three types: USB type A, type B and type C. Type A is only used for a printer, means that that port will be available inside the printer, not inside the system unit. The port or the shape which is inside the printer, that is a USB type A. A USB port is having a functionality of plug and play. We can say that this is the advantage. Whenever you connect a device through USB port, directly or automatically your computer determine it or detect it that which device has been connected to your computer. So whenever computer detects that, after that it will install or driver for that. If a driver is not there, it will prompt to install a driver for that. In a USB, we got two types of USB: 1.0, 2.0 and 3.0. 1.0 was very old type of a USB. Right now we got a port USB 2.0 and 3.0, which is coming along with your computer or with your laptop. So how to differentiate between USB 2.0 and 3.0? USB 2.0 is slower, USB 3.0 is faster. USB 2.0 have a color black or white, but USB 3.0 have a color blue. Or if the color is not mentioned, it will be written SS over there. SS stand for super speed. If you buy a USB from a market, so check it. Firewire port. It is a rectangular shaped port generally used for connecting video devices just like camcorder to the computer. If you see here, this is a camcorder. In a camcorder, the above port which is there, this one, this was a firewire port. And a computer, it was also like this. In a laptop, it is also having a 4-pin. In a desktop, it is a 6-pin port. So the firewire port have 4 or 6 pins. In a 6-pin connector, 2 pins are extra, which are used for power. In a laptop, we got a 4-pin firewire port because they does not provide any power to the device. So the firewire port were used in a laptop and desktop for connecting video devices to your computer. HDMI port. HDMI stand for High Definition Multimedia Interface. High definition means video quality will be high. HDMI provide both communication. One is audio as well as video. Means the transmission of a data will be in audio as well as video will be transferred in a digital form. All the high definition equipment include PC, laptop, camcorder, digital camera, TV, VCR, disc player or CD player or setup box or PlayStation. Okay, they have the HDMI port. If you see in your home, 42-inch LCD or LED, they have a HDMI port. Same like a CD player, nowadays they have a HDMI port. Laptop, most of the laptop right now they have a HDMI port. Why? Because this port send the transmission of a data digitally, and it will transfer the video as well as audio. You can see here the port is showing, or in a picture or figure it is just like this. HDMI port transmit high quality audio and video in totally digital form through single cable. So means one cable will be utilized for sending audio as well as video. But if we talk about VGA port only send the video. Audio will be not sent through VGA.